as promised, I'm doing a video tutorial on how I made what looks like a little bit like holly at the top of this card that I did for the Try Stamping on Tuesday sketch challenge this week. Excuse me. I'm going to do it today in different colours so you can sort of see better how the holly comes out. But basically what I've got here is some little, what I think are leaf shapes and some little centre flower pieces here. And basically this is all made with one punch, and the punch is the lace border punch. So for most of you that already own this punch, you know that as well as making really gorgeous lace borders and trims for your cards, when you use it you end up with a whole pile of scrap that looks something like that. Now for most of you, like me, it probably ends up in the bin, but I decided to take the long edges that are cut off the bottom, and also I'm going to be using some of the little four-pointed flowers that are also punched from the die, and these are the ones, these ones here. So to make the holly to fit across a standard card, you need 7 lengths of, or 6 lengths, sorry, of this border cut off, and you need 3 of the little four-pointed flowers. So for this one I'm going to make today, though, the silver one I just did it all in silver, but for this one today I'm going to use the 7 pieces in Old Olive, plus I've just punched a few extra little flowers out of some early espresso cardstock to get my 3 that I need. So with these pieces and card base and using some coloured in rhinestones for the berries, I'll hopefully be able to show you exactly how I make holly. Alright, so 2A glue pen is what I find easier to glue these trimmings on, and basically just take your offcuts, put a bit of glue on each of the sections, and I use tweezers to help me put these ones on, and basically just starting from about the centre, put your first bit of trim down, making sure it's relatively straight, like that. Next piece of trim, oops, bit of glue on those pieces, put it to the end, hoping that that's going straight. It's kicking up a little bit, so I'll move it down. Okay, so that's the top bit, and then you just take some more pieces. Might turn it up this way so I can work closer to it. And then just lay these on the other side, like so. And last one. Well, not the last one, but the last full piece before we have to do any cutting and modifying. So you just pop that one, like a little jigsaw puzzle, fitting them all together. And hold it down. Alright, so there's a bit of the length, and then you have these little tiny bits on the extra edges of the card to fill in, and they're roughly about half of an off-cut piece, so you can sort of get an approximate. So I just glue those on there, and then of course, because they're too long, when you turn it over or open your card up, you can just snip off the bit that hangs over. Okay, so now I've got to get another piece that's got the nice full flat end on it. Place that on there, and again snipping off the bit that hangs over. That end is done, and then do this end. And last little piece. Now you have, hopefully, what looks like a bit of holly. So let me just snip those extra bits off and get rid of that. And give you a quick zoom in, and hopefully you can see that it sort of looks a little bit like holly. But what you will notice is that there's all these terrible cross lines and joins in the holly, which make it look yuck. So, easily fixed though with our lovely baker's twine here. This is the Early Espresso twisted one. All I do is I take it to the inside of the card and then joining it up in the center. So I put a bit of two-way glue in that center cross hatch of the holly there. Let me just cut that kinky end off so we've got a nice straight end. Glue the start of your twine right in that cross. Then I put another bit of two-way glue in the next little cross along. So when I'm saying cross, what I mean is where it joins a long ways and where it joins down as well. And then just give that a bit of a push down. Now the twine runs inside the card just flat like that, and then bring it up round the front and make it long enough to join back up in the middle. Snip it off. Try not to put your fingers on it like I just did and pull it off the glue. It always goes so much smoother when I'm not videoing things. I don't know what it is. But there we go. Put a little bit more glue on that one and back on that start. And as you wrap it around your card, bring it up, lay it across that glue. And it doesn't matter that you get glue everywhere, because that's what our little four-pointed flowers are for, to cover up all that glue and you don't actually see them. Okay, so you've got twine on the inside. At least now we've got twine covering the joins in the center, so we're starting to look better, but we've still got these little cross hatches. So that's where these little four-pointed stars come in handy. And I find, again with the mini glue dots, but I love my mini glue dots, I just pop them on to a mini glue dot. Now they are smaller than a mini glue dot, but that's not a problem. I just pop them on, pull it off, and then use my tweezers, I don't know how well you can see this, to fold the glue that sort of sticks out between the petals back into the center. Mini glue dots are super strong and they are so good for this little fiddly work. Okay, so I've put it on the back, and then all I'm going to do is place it over the twine and over the join on my card. So let me just show you there. See, now that's little tiny little four-pointed flowers covering the extra join and any glue we've used. Now I'll just move this along to the center one, and I'll do it again so that you can see, but in close-up mode. So I'm just off camera getting this next little four-pointed flower with a glue dot on the back. Okay, and then I'll see if I can show you close up what I mean. See how the glue sort of sits outside those petals? It's having problems focusing because it's so close. But I just drag the glue dot back up onto the petal so that they're not sticking out now. And I've got a flower that's totally covered at the back with glue. Helps to hold the twine in place, and it also helps to cover those joins. So there's that one. And it's probably getting a bit too close now, so I'll just zoom out to do the last one. It really is quite easy. I'm sort of making it look more complicated than it has to be. And the last one gets glued in place. There. Voila. Okay, and to finish it off, to make it look like holly, like I said, I've just done my basic rhinestones and I've coloured them with a red marker pen. And who doesn't love a little bit of extra bling? And now, hopefully, we've got something that looks a little more like holly running along the top of our card. all made with scrap offcuts in terms of cardstock. And I do have a little pre-made greeting that I'm just going to stick on the front just to show you how pretty and how Christmassy this actually looks when it's done. So I've just used the same colours to make a little day in for the centre here. I'm going to centre that on the front of the card. Voila! So there you go, a really quick accent to a Christmas card. I hope you guys give that a go, and like I said, whether you do your holly in silver or make it more traditional with the green and red, I think you'll find that it's really easy, and can't wait to see you guys recreate that. Alright, bye!